I recently shared a story about a patient that I was looking out for where one of the vasopressor bags ran completely dry. And it sparked a lot of debate, people asking, well, what volume should you actually program into your pump? So let's talk about it. There are quite a few considerations when it comes to programming a volume on your pump. First is going to definitely be how quickly can you obtain the next bag of medication? Is this a med that you can go to your Pyxis and get out in just a second? Or maybe it's just fluids you can grab from the med room, or maybe you need to request it from pharmacy and that might take anywhere from 30 minutes to an hour or even longer. You also need to consider obviously how much is in the bag as well as how fast that medication is running. Another consideration to make is if you're priming a brand new bag with a new set of IV tubing, this IV tubing has about 20 to 25 milliliters in it. Meaning if you have just a little 50 milliliter bag that you are priming a new line for, so you're spiking it with one of these, that's going to consume about 25 milliliters of that little bag. Okay, that's a lot of information. Let's actually break it down and do a couple examples. Let's say I have a bag of Levophed that is 250 milliliters in volume. I go ahead and prime that new line. Now I have about 225 milliliters in that bag. Let's say the current rate that Levophed is running at is about 50 milliliters an hour. Which means if the rate does not change, I have about 4.5 hours before that bag runs dry. However, I don't like to play it that close. I'm not going to program 225 milliliters for my volume because that means that when it beeps, that bag is going to be dry. I'm not going to have any heads up as far as if I need to request a new bag or if I can just go grab one from the Pyxis. So instead, I might program that volume to be 200 milliliters because I know when the pump beeps, there's going to be about 25 milliliters left in that bag. That gives me about a 30-minute cushion to go grab one from the Pyxis. Obviously, if you need more time than that, then you're going to program your volume for less. Let's do one more example. Let's say you have a bag of vasopressin that has 50 milliliters in it. You are priming a new bag, so you use about 25 milliliters to prime that tubing. So you have now about 25 milliliters left in that bag. For vasopressin is only running at 4.5 milliliters an hour. Let's round up to 5 just to make the math a little bit easier. You have about 5 hours before you're completely out of your vasopressin. At my hospital, we have to request vasopressin from the pharmacy, and I usually like to give that about an hour buffer. So I would program my volume in the pump to be 20 milliliters, so that way when it beeps, there's going to be about 5 mLs left in that bag, and it's only running at 4.5 mils an hour, so I have a little more than an hour before it completely runs out. So I can go ahead when my pump beeps, request my new one. I know it'll be up within the hour and that bag will never have to run dry. So just to recap really quick, make sure you're taking in account your IV tubing is about 25-ish milliliters. That only matters if you're priming a completely new line, not if you're just hanging a new bag on that same line. So consider how fast your medications are running and how quickly you can get a new bag. Okay, let me know if you have any questions.